First of all, very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another important topic of chapter, the living world. And the topic is taxonomical aids. Before going to start, first as our previous class contained, then we proceed to the today's topic. In previous class, we have already discussed about the what is living. So, living organisms show different features like reproduction, growth, metabolic activities, metabolism, also show consciousness. But growth, because growth have exceptions. Because of this reason, growth cannot be taken as a defining property of living organism. Now, similarly, reproduction. There are so many reproduction exceptions of reproduction. That means those organisms which do not show reproduction, if reproduction will be taken as defining property of living organism. So many organisms are found on earth actually do not show the reproduction. Such organisms are honeybees, female bee or worker bee do not show because they are sterile, so they are not able to reproduce, so but they are living. The mule also sterile, but they are living. Infertile couples are also sterile, but they are living. So many exceptions of reproduction. So reproduction also cannot be taken as defining property of living organism. As like the metabolism actually do not there is no exceptions in the metabolism, because there is no such reactions which takes place in non-living organism, because in the metabolism the catabolism or anabolism both take place, in which the synthesis of product or the breakdown of substrate also takes place in the metabolism. So, or they happen simultaneously in our body, but there is no such example of metabolism which takes place in the non-living organism. Thus, the metabolism can be taken as defining property of living organism. So, metabolism cannot be taken as defining property of living organism. Because in the metabolism, no any exceptions present in the world. Now, next is consciousness. Consciousness is also a defining property of living organism, because response towards any stimulus actually do not show by any non-living organism. Now, next is taxonomy. The taxonomy or nomenclature is simple procedure of giving or classification of the living organism. So, giving name to the living organism. In the taxonomy, simple procedure of classification of any living organism for proper study of living organism, because in the taxonomy different taxas are present, different categories are present, in which the different living organism included into the different taxa according to their specific characteristic. So when we read about the different taxa one by one, so that undergoes more specific to the organism. That means if we move from phylum to the species, gradually there is specification of the characteristic of that particular living organism. If we talk about any living organism such like Cucurbitaceae, so when we the phylum Angio, simply the kingdom Plantae, phylum or division Angiosperm, then move to the class if dicot Cucurbitaceae, family Cucurbitaceae, and the species is Cucurbita. So when we move from Angiosperm to Cucurbita, the characteristic become more specific to a plant. But when we discussing about the phylum or the kingdom or the division. So the general characteristic we found, if we read about the kingdom Plantae, so we read about the characteristic of only plants. So many plants are present: dicot, monocot, algae, algae for example. Now algae. So there are so many living organisms, so many plants which show the characteristic of plant. That means they only shows the chloroplast, cell wall, cell vacuole, autotrophic. Uh, these are the some common characteristic found in plant. But if we move towards the division, so there are so many divisions like bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperm and angiosperm. Both show the different characteristic. Most primitive to the highermost. So angiosperm represents the highermost plants, which mostly the plants, shrub, herb, trees shown by the angiosperm, that are flowering plants mainly. But those plants which do not produce flower, they have true stem, or inside the stem they represent well developed vascular system, xylem, phloem. So ovule is without ovary. So that type of gymnosperm. Then primitive pteridophyte. Then further more primitive bryophyte. They do not show true root, stem and leaf, but included into the plant kingdom. So such like so that's why the other plants in the classification need for the study of, for the grouping of different plant, or for the study of different plant species or the animal species too, or other organism. Now let us discuss about the today's topic, taxonomy. The taxonomical simply the classification of living organism for the study of that particular living organism, for the study or identification, and we can easily examine the characteristic of different living organism. Taxonomy is important. Now, what are the aids through which we study the different characteristic of living organism? So, taxonomical aids help in study of characteristic of different living organism. So different living organism. How can we study the different living organism, characteristic organism? So what are the aids? First is herbarium. Herbarium. So herbarium is a sheet of 13 to 40 centimeter, or in which the plants or the different plants, the herbarium mainly store herbs, different herbs or plants. So in the herbarium, the storage of different plants and parts of plant takes place or happen on a sheet of 13 to 40 centimeter of sheet, in which different data included, like the plants. It is also known to be museum of simple or small museum of plant, in which the plants first pressed, collected, then pressed, or compressed the plants or plant part. Then after preserve the plant on the sheet. Also there is spraying of the insecticide, pesticide or fungicide on the preserved plants, so in future on the plant, so that the plant can be preserved, or there is no in the preserved form. Also the insecticides and pesticides, fungicides also help in the preservation of the plant. So or they can also after the preservation of this plant on herbarium sheet, store the plants of different part or different plant is stored in a sheet, in a file, or then stored in a almirah according to the characteristic. For example, if we want to preserve the plants of angiosperm, so we form a common almirah for the different category of angiosperm or class of angiosperm. Make a different class part of angiosperm. How we can make the part of the angiosperm, different section of the angiosperm. Now to make the different section of the angiosperm, we form different compartment for different class. For example, if we want to preserve monocotyledons of angiosperm, then we form the different section of monocotyledons, then different section of dicotyledons, then different section of herbs, shrubs and flowering plant, ornamental plant, or the plants which are less in number or vulnerable or going to extinct. So such kind of plant part also preserved in the herbarium. Simply herbarium is also help in the study of different characteristic of plant. So we can also study, it also help in the study of characteristics of plant. Now on the herbarium sheet, when we first, because the herbarium sheet of different shape and size, mostly the herbarium sheet used in the herbarium is of 13 to 40 centimeter, or for sticking on the herbarium sheet we choose the small part of plant, so that we can easily stick the plant on herbarium sheet. Then we use the insecticides or fungicides on the plant. So the plants, when we stick the plant on herbarium sheet, so herbarium sheet, in the herbarium sheet there is information about, for example, here is the flowering plant, the part of the plant which show the different region of the plant. We can only preserve the small part of the plant or small plant. So how we can preserve this plant? First we collect the plant, then compress the plant, or press that part of the plant, so that the plant can be stick on the herbarium sheet. So here is the sheet of the herbarium. Then here is different information provided on the herbarium sheet. So first is the local name of the plant, second is the scientific name of the plant. First is local name of the plant, and the second is scientific name of the plant. Third information will be family, family, family and division. So these are the common characteristic, because if we write the family in the scientific name, already two taxa are given in the scientific name, that is genus, and the second taxa is species. And in division, in family, the for example, this is the plant of family Rutaceae, for example. So this Rutaceae family plant shows the characteristic of Rutaceae, simply the general characteristic of Rutaceae, and the specific characteristic shown by the species name and genus name also. And the division show the plant belongs to which division: Angiosperm, Bryophyte. For example, Rutaceae family belongs to the division of Angiosperm. So that shows the plant show the overall. When we press or glue the plant, stick the plant with the help of glue, then we also label the different part of the plant. It shows the different characteristic, different characteristic of the plant. Also the different information given here shows the specific characteristic of the plant. So here is the overall herbarium which help us for the study of the plant, which study of the plant, and also the plants those are vulnerable or going to extinct, that can be also preserved in the next taxonomic aid is botanical garden. Botanical garden, simply the botanical, that means the plants is to live, is the collection of living plants for reference, collection of specialized collection of living plants. Specialized collection of living plants. So, in the botanical garden, we can also study the different morphological characteristic of the plant. That belongs to different phyla, different family, different orders, etc. So we can easily analyze or identify the different character. We can also study the different characteristic of living plants, because these are the specialized collection of the living plants. In the herbarium sheet, we cannot study the actually morphological characteristic of the plant, but they can be preserved on the herbarium sheet with given data. But here is no can be given in the botanical garden. There is also different information given in botanical garden of the living plants, such as what are their specific characteristics, what are their medicinal values. For example, if they have medicinal values, if they have special features, so that can be also denoted on the plate where the plant is present. So overall, these are the also help in the study of the plant, because we can easily analyze the morphological characteristic of the plant in the botanical garden. The first botanical garden is in Kew, England is Kew, botanical garden is Kew in England. England. And another botanic, the National Botanical Garden in Lucknow, India. National Botanical Garden, National Botanical Research Institute in Lucknow. So National Research Institute, Lucknow. So these are some botanical garden which provide us different information about the plant, and we can also analyze or understand the morphological characteristic of the plant. Now next is zoological park. Zoological park. Third one is zoological park. In the zoological park, the wild animal kept under the natural habitat. Wild animal kept under natural habitat. So, and kept under natural habitat. Wild animal kept for the under natural habitat or zoological park also help in the study or also for the protection of the living organism. Wild animals, for the protection of wild animals such like tiger, lion, because their number gradually decreasing with time, so there is need for the protection of such type of living organism because they play a key role in our ecosystem, or if we not generally if we not protect them, so they with the time they get extinct. So that's why there is need for the protection of wildlife, or in the zoological park. In the zoological park, the natural condition, natural habitat given them for their survival. Also, there is also the protected environment is present in the National Zoological Park. For example, Dudhwa National Park, or which is in Dehradun, or other national parks like for the protection of one single horn rhinoceros, or Zin Corbett National Park. Then these are the national park or zoological park which help in which protect the living wildlife or wild animals in the natural habitat. Now next is museum. Museum also help in the protection of living organism, or the museum is combination of living or non-living or there can be some animals also present in the preserved form in museum. So museum also help in the study or help in the study of living organism. The fourth taxonomical area is museum of collection of preserved Museum is the collection of preserved plant and animal species. In the museum, there is collection of preserved plant or preserved animals. We can in museum we can also study the morphological characteristic, anatomical two characteristic of living organism. So museum also help in the study of, or is a taxonomical aid which help in the study of overall living organism. Next is key. So it is the key help in the study or the importance of each organism, because every and each organism is important, or that show diversity is important in the living world, because they play a key role in between the two different species. So if we talk about the land ecosystem and the aquatic ecosystem, there will be a key animal that related to the both land ecosystem and aquatic ecosystem, like frog, amphibians. So key is the most important that help in the study of the plant and animal and the different habitat of the living organism, that because it represents how the evolution occur for the growth of living organism. Now, so key is also important for the study of the living organism is the taxonomical aid, which help in the study of living organism, how the every animal, each animal or plant is important for the study or play an important role in the ecosystem, or through which we can analyze how the evolution occur on the earth, how from bacteria from the bacteria human get developed. So overall how the gradually evolution occur for the development, for the formation of different type of living organism, that shows the important diversity on the earth. So here is the overall about the taxonomical aids, in which we have studied the herbarium, by which we can analyze which is a preserved form of plant, which is the preserve, in which we can preserve the part of the plant and whole plant for the study of morphological and the anatomical characteristic of the plant. Now next is the botanical garden. Botanical garden also help they also in the botanical garden the collection of living plants happen, or in the different in the botanical garden different types of different division of plants stored or collected for the study, for the morphological study and the anatomical study. Now zoological park is also a collection of animals in which the wild animals protected in their natural habitat. Now museum is a collection of preserved plants and animals for the study of their characteristic. Key is also important. We can also study the evolution through the key. So here is the overall about the taxonomical aids I did for the study, for the morphological study and the anatomical study. Now zoological park is also a collection of animals in which the wild animals protected in their natural habitat. Now museum is a collection of preserved plants and animals for the study of their characteristic. Key is also important. We can also study the evolution through the key. So here is the overall about the taxonomical aids. I hope you like this video. Keep listening and watching me, and thank you for listening and watching me. Thank you, students.